Alright, what's going on, people? Back again. I know I've been a bit out of touch with this, but you know, technical difficulties and all that. I need a new laptop because this one's old man syndrome. But so when that all gets sorted out, we'll be back on the regular flow. I'll be putting out regular stuff. But anyway, let's just get back to this while the laptop's working. So what I'm going to talk about today is matchups. Now, Street Fighter is a very matched up based game. Tekken isn't really that matched up based, but there's things in matches that you need to know. So if you're playing against your opponent, there's like, you can have moves that you can really abuse against your opponent because their punches won't be as strong as you fighting another character. So you should really do your homework and look at the character you're fighting and think, okay, what moves can I abuse and use? So one example here that I'm going to show, which is matchup based. This is, I know, okay, let me just show you and I'll explain after. This is very matchup based. So if Lars does his famous up forward 3, shout outs to Hassan SpaghettiRip for showing me this. Jinpachi cannot get a down forward 2. Just whiffs completely and you're going to get it. Now that is very matchup based. That's what I'm talking about, matchup based, because we all know that is launch punish, but Jinpachi can't really launch punish it. You can get a float punish, but to launch punish it is near impossible. People say you can while standing 1-1 perfect, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really, you know, it's a thing in this matchup. Another thing that I'm talking about is when I say punishes is, you know, Lars's art blast is -14 on block. So if you're playing against a player like Steve, for instance, you know that his punishers are not launch. So the risk reward for Lars throwing out an art blast is quite good because he's just gonna eat a Sonic Fang, you know, which is 28 damage, or his jabs or something like that. So the risk reward is nice, while you know you're gonna eat, for example, 28 damage, and if he doesn't block that, it's gonna eat 90 damage. But in a match against Brian, you don't want to do that because you're gonna get straight in your face. Let me just show you. I'm on pad, so bear with me. Oh, that's the wrong recording. Let me start that one. As you can see there, you know, so you can see there, you're gonna get straight launch and the risk reward isn't that good. So what I'm trying to explain to you lot to do is do your homework and really research what moves you can abuse against certain characters that you're playing. So especially if you're playing a long set with someone, you know, look at your moves, look at their moves, what they can punish your moves with, and see the risk reward and see what you can abuse and use in the match. Now I'm not going to tell you that something, but I learned something the other day against Bob, which you can abuse against Bob. And I'm not obviously Bob's got weak launchers, standing launchers, but it's something else. Like Bob has a hard time dealing with something. So do your homework and, you know, get at me and I'll even tell you. I ain't gonna release it just yet. So yeah, do your homework, research and you know, research the matchup and see what your character can use and abuse. So I'll try to keep this one as basic as possible with a quick example and that. Obviously I'm going to try and come out with a lot more of these things, but just sorting out the whole laptop game in a minute, cause it's a bit of a madness at the moment. So yeah, keep supporting, I'll come back out, don't worry about it. Alright, peace guys.